Hey, today I wanted to do a quick video on how to maintain and clean your white walls. It's one of my pet peeves seeing a beautiful classic car with muddy, dingy, dirty white walls. And the reason they're that way is a lot of people just have no clue on how to maintain them. So I went on YouTube last night and I watched 15 consecutive videos, and everybody stands there and says, "This is the way you do it." There's this guy with Ajax and steel wool, hand scrubbing them, saying this is a wonderful, his fingers are bleeding. You know, there's other people that think a power washer is to do it. All wrong, 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 wrong. There's one way to do it. So the first way I'm going to do it is to prove to you that the company that sells the stuff does it wrong. Here's what the company says: wear rubber gloves, eye protection, and a full body suit. Carefully spray onto dry tire, let set a few minutes, and wipe away soil and grime with a wet sponge or cloth. Extremely severe scuffs may require a second application and brushing. Now that's key, brushing. Rinse thoroughly with water. Do not use in windy conditions. Okay. Funny thing is the European version says basically that, but doesn't have any of the protection, and it says it whitens teeth and breath. I wouldn't go there. So we're just going to do this and see if actually just spraying it and wiping it off is a good idea. And here we have a new set right here. And it is a little windy today, so not the best idea if you don't want it in your eyes. In all the years I've been using this product, I have not had a problem with it hurting paint or anodized trim, plastic. It just has never been a problem. So we're gonna pause for about 3 minutes and then come back and see if just wiping it off is a good way to go. Okay, it's been about 3 minutes. Let's see if their idea of just using a damp cloth works. Now this was a lightly soiled tire, and so it seems to be doing pretty good. Let me go ahead and spray it. I'm going to say not bad, but it's still, this should be a brilliant white. Let's try it with the brand new tires that have never been I'm having to go over and over again here. Yeah, this just isn't coming off easily here. You shouldn't have to work at it that hard. So on this tire here, this is a muddy, ugly one that's been laying outdoors for a while. I really don't think the spray and wipe is going to work. This needs brushing. The directions don't say what kind of brush. This is the kind of brush I like to use. You don't have to bend over as much if you have a barbecue brush. I would take this off and throw that away, because you could potentially, get careless and scratch something. So you can pick these up at Harbor Freight for sometimes like $1, and sometimes they're little free coupons. They give you this for free. And the one at Harbor Freight is a brass bristle brush. This is stainless. I really don't have a preference, stainless or brass. They seem to both work. So let's give it a good spray here and let it set. Now this tire is actually a little dirtier than the other one. And I like to, as you can see, I'm pretty liberal with this product. So I buy the 1 gallon jug here and just refill my squirt bottle. And since I know I'm going to own a classic car the rest of my life, and it doesn't go bad, I'm okay with buying it a gallon at a time. There you go. Let's just let this set for about 3 minutes and come back. Okay, this is a little dirtier tire of the two. I am going to get to work with my brush. And I just keep going until I see some white from the Whitewall actually come off. And if it gets dry on you, put a little more on it. Because remember, we got a gallon of it sitting here. And no, I'm not getting paid by the makers of this product to advertise this. I'm just trying to be helpful to you guys that got white walls that are tired of looking at them dingy all the time. This is a tire from the early 70s. It's been rolling around in shops and whatnot for many moon. And I like this big brush because I can get some leverage on it. Okay, there's that one. And we let a little bit too much time go by. This got dry. We'll hit this again. Okay, let's see the results with a brush. Okay, in my opinion, they both need to be gone over again. This is still a little dingy, and this one is dingier. I mean, we're flat out brown here. But I guarantee, without the brush, you would have never got this amount of clean on this dirty old thing. Now let's go look at our Whitewall over here. And of course, the brush did much better on that blue than wiping it with a rag does. But I see just a faint hue of blue. So you ignore that till the next time you wash your car, or you go over it again right now. I'm gonna do it again. The last step I like to do is some tire dressing, and they're a dime a dozen. I don't like the ones that are all greasy, slick looking. That kind of looks fake. I like one that just kind of renews it and makes it look like brand new rubber. Here we got a decades old tire and just a light dressing. I did half the tire, not the other, just so you could see. Just a light wipe on does enough to renew the tire. Also, rarely do these tire dressings say, keep off Whitewall, but I never spray the whole thing and then wipe it off. I spray it on my rag and then carefully miss the Whitewall, because this will discolor white walls, especially when you're doing multiple applications over the years. And let me show you these over here. These tires, I do believe, and these are older tires, have had years of tire dressing sprayed on them. And I'm having a hard time. Maybe if I did a third or fourth application with the brush and the Whitewall cleaner, I'd get it a little cleaner, but something tells me that these will never be 100% white. So again, I suggest wiping it on. Now this tire's had the tire dressing, this one hasn't. Just go around there and stay off the Whitewall if possible. Yeah, let's put these side by side and look. Here's your decades old Whitewall that hasn't had tire dressing. Of course, I wasn't there in the 70s to verify that, but that's what I believe has happened. And here's one that's had a decade or so of tire dressing put on it on a real regular basis. And I'll take you over to these brand new tires. I put a light coat on here. And again, I carefully went around the white letters. And when I was a kid and I had all the time in the world, I'd even take and go carefully in between each letter. I don't have the time to do that anymore. In conclusion, a lot of these products don't want to limit you by saying you have to do this, this, and this. They try to be as broad as possible. I say if you go the extra mile and a little elbow grease, using a brush, maybe going 2 or 3 times with the cleaner on the white walls, you'll have an excellent result. And I think it's worth the little extra work. So I hope this helps you.